Hey, how's it going? It's John again. I'm playing Immaculate Grid, going for a low time, low rarity score. I'm playing grid number 475 today, which is the number of home runs hit in the careers of Willie Stargell and Stan Musial. In both cases, they only work for one team, but sometimes that category comes up. Of course, Saturdays are usually either no teams or only one or two teams. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to start sharing my screen. We'll roll right into it. And there we are. Struggled with yesterday's grid. No hitter was not a category I was going to be very good with. All right, hit and go, hit and play, and away we go. All right, Bonds is a left fielder who's hit that many home runs. Played left field, only one team, Willie Stargell. And we'll go Stan Musial over here. Nice. All right, 3,000 hits, having played left field. How about Biggio? Played a left field. 2%. Let's see here. Center field, 40 home runs in a season, Willie Mays. Let's get Sammy Sosa over here. Played center field, only one team. Gonna go with my guy Robin Yount. Played center field with more than 3,000 career hits. Let's just get Aaron over here. And center fielder. Shoot. Came up on a minute. Tris Speaker. But I'm wondering if I use too many people with 3,000 hits. I wonder if I box myself in. Well, no, they're saying there's 29, 23, 25 options. So it's probably going to be people for whom it wasn't their main position. Pete Rose leading the way there. All right. Because it wouldn't surprise me if Henry Aaron had a little bit of time in there in center field, like a little bit, not a lot. Anyway, 59 rarity score. No teams today. Tends to happen on Saturdays. It's not every Saturday, but it's most Saturdays, I think. All right, let's find the other grid. I think this is the one I failed at yesterday. Yeah, there it is. All right. Let's that up and away we go. All right. What if we went, I'm gonna go Bullet Rogan here. I'm pretty sure the different iterations of the Monarchs don't count as playing for different teams because they started in a newer league later in his career. Yeah, that's a nice percentage. All right. Need someone who played some left field, only one team. Ryan Braun will work for both of these categories. Yeah, I've got my only one team guys, but I don't know what they positions they played for the most part. I know Eddie Garabito was I believe he was a shortstop. Carlos Diaz was a catcher. He's my Blue Jays guy. But I don't have everybody, so let's uh let's keep going. 3,000 hits is going to be a pretty limited group. Let's see. Someone who's hit 40 home runs in a season and played left field at some point. Um, let's see. I think Chuck Klein will work over here. Go sub one. For left field, how about you go Chris Davis? Maybe either one. Joey Gallo will work. I can't believe Nelson Cruz had a little time in left field. Same with like Trumbo, maybe. Um, Stargell will work, but I can't use him. Center fielders with over 40, you get Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, both work. Um, Duke Snyder also works. How about for left field, we go with the light grade. I know he also played first base. I think mainly first base. Orlando Cepeda had to have played some time out in left field. Takes .2. I think 1962 was his season to hit over 40. And then we're trying to come up with 40 home runs and having played center field for at least a little bit, just one game. How about Gorman Thomas? Get a Brewer in there. All right. And I already used Yount. Yount would have actually worked for left field, where I used him here though. Um, and a lot of the guys I used played only a handful of games, so it's not like I can get them in a bunch of different positions either. You know, Braun's gonna work. I believe. Let me try Mr. Todd Dunn. I think he played left field. That's a nice percentage. All right, I vaguely recalled him. Of course, people might not remember Braun played right field. He did for a couple of years there when the Brewers had Chris Davis with a K. The 247 man, as I wrote about in my book. Um, sorry, Yelich doesn't work. That would have been dumb. People, Ohtani doesn't work either. I was about to say Ohtani played a little right field when they were doing the keep him in for one more plate appearance kind of game in Anaheim or for the Angels. Um, let's see, who else just kind of scoots out to right field for a brief moment in time? Of course, Kaline works. He works in this category too. I might have to save him for that category. Um, I think my only one team guys. Like I don't know where Bob Adams works. I don't know where Dick Carroll or Dick Cox work. Um, Joe Crisp is my guy for Baltimore. Uh, yeah, none of these guys are. I don't think any of these guys are gonna be super good for what I'm trying to use them for. I don't think DiMaggio works, but I think he might work. He may have played like a game or two in right field. Mantle definitely played right field. That's where he played his first season when Joe DiMaggio was the center fielder. Of course, DiMaggio wasn't going to move. Um, I'm not sure if Roy White ever played anywhere besides the Yankees. Um, Dwight Evans did. Dwight Evans briefly played for Baltimore. Um, about Antoine Williamson. That's another name that's coming to mind. Mike Busby. I think he was more of an infielder. He's the my Cardinals guy. And then I knew Bullet Rogan only played for the Monarchs. I'm trying to think if I've got someone else stored up who exclusively played for one team. Um, yeah, this has proven to be a little bit tricky. I could throw like a Corbin Carroll in there. He'll certainly work. Fernando Tatis Jr. will work. I'm racking my brain for someone who will work like really well that I'm 100% positive on. I'm gonna go Braun. Let's see how Braun does. Okay, sub one. Probably could have done a lot better on that one. All right. So for my next trick here, we have to look at 3,000 hit club, and we can just roll right down it. Rose, I think, plays in left field and right field. I don't know that he ever plays center. Probably not. Cobb played center field, probably played a little right field. Aaron mostly played right field, probably hits the other two at some point. Musial I've used already. And actually, Aaron I've used already. Mays I've used already. Yount I've used already. I did not use George Brett. Of course, he didn't play the outfield, so ignore him. We've got Clemente works in right field. Al Kaline works in right field. You know what? Reggie Jackson played isn't a 3,000 hit guy. Why did I? That would have been funny. Um, that would have actually been pretty embarrassing. I know Cap Anson works everywhere. I'm gonna put Cap Anson in center. So he goes sub one, which is pretty good. Um, now I've just got the corner outfielders. Pete Rose did play right and left field. Um, I feel like that's going to be a little bit better known. Um, Mays definitely played a little bit of left field. I think I played him though, right? So I can't do it again. Henderson mostly played left field, so I could try to get him in. I mean, he would work. I think it would just be a pretty high percentage. Musial hits both, and it is his day, so maybe I could claim an exception for him. Um, Lou Brock works. Lou Brock works for left field and maybe right field. I know their primary positions. Um, Winfield certainly works for right field, might work for left field. Gwynn certainly works for right field, might work for left field. Mentioned Henderson. I already played Biggio, who also would have worked. Um, Pujols played a little left field. I could see people forgetting about that. It was like 02, 03, 01 to 03. Pujols was kind of a super utility player. Um, I think he kind of settled into left field in 03 and 04 is his first year as a full-time first baseman. I forget who the Cardinals acquired, but they had from 02 to 03, they had Tino Martinez. So Pujols was almost never a first baseman those years. In 01, they still had McGuire. He was injured for most of the year. But Pujols was a super utility player. He played a lot of third base, and then the Cardinals acquired Roland. Um, of course, Cabrera played left field at the start of his career with the Marlins. In fact, I'd probably play Cabrera in right field. I'm pretty sure he'd work there too. But more left field, then he went to third, then he went to first, back to third. The Tigers acquired fielder. I think I am going to play Pujols for 5 whole%. Okay, that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. And for right field, do I go with a right fielder or I do go just based on the numbers? I'm gonna say Miguel Cabrera probably got out there. He did. I take 10. So 2% from Miggy, 5% from Pujols, which definitely could have done. It looks like almost everyone with 3,000 hits has played a little bit in left field, as it turns out. All right then. Well, I'll take a 10. I was over a minute because I was trying to settle on a center fielder, even though there was a lot of them. That's all right. We'll get better. Thank you so much for playing, and we will be back at it tomorrow. Peace.